Hey foodies, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my Gadget Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make pressure cooker pork ragu, and I'll be using my Instant Pot Ultra. Okay, first up we're going to season this beautiful pork shoulder, or do you like to call it pork butt? So anyways, I'm seasoning my pork with some kosher salt, freshly ground black pepper, and some complete seasoning. Now you want to make sure that you season your pork on all sides. You want it very well seasoned. And once the pork shoulder has been seasoned, we are going to place it in our preheated Instant Pot. I've had it preheating on the saute function. And we're going to pop that in there and brown it for about 5 minutes. And here I am just slicing up a whole onion and chopping up some garlic while it browns up. And then once the first side is brown, we're going to flip it over and brown the other side. You see that beautiful color? Once the pork has been browned on both sides, go ahead and remove it from your pot. And now it's time to saute your onion and your garlic. And I'm going to go ahead and scrape up the little brown bits left behind from the pork because that is added flavor. And now I'm going to add in some roasted chicken broth. You don't have to use this one, but it's really good. And I'm flavoring the broth and onions with some Italian seasoning, some fennel seed, smoked paprika, and finally some crushed red pepper. So once all that's mixed together, it's time to add in some San Marzano style tomatoes. I have 2 cans. I think they're 24 ounces. I'll have all the measurements down below in the description box. So I seasoned the tomatoes with some additional Italian seasoning and complete seasoning. And now I'm placing the pork back into the Instant Pot, and we're going to seal our pressure cooker, and we're going to set it to cook on high pressure for 1 hour. Now, in hindsight, I should have just went ahead and did 90 minutes because I always prefer to cook my roast at 90 minutes, but for whatever reason, I only did an hour. The pork was still tender, but at 90 minutes, it's like super tender, and I just like that a little bit better. So 60 or 90 minutes, depending on your preference. And so we're going to shred the pork. And while we shred the pork, we turn the saute function back on, and we're going to boil the ragu for about 15 minutes. And here I'm removing that fat. That dark stuff is fat, and I don't want that. So I scoop that up using my fat separator. And now you can see that all that dark stuff is gone. And now I'm using the back of my spoon to smush the tomatoes. And now I am adding the shredded pork back into the pot, giving that a stir. And now it's time to get the pasta ready. I made some homemade pasta with my Philips pasta maker. And so I'm just going to cook that up really quick. And once the pasta is done, it's time to serve it up and you're good to go. This recipe, it takes a little bit of time, but not as long as it would take if you did the pork in the oven. And it is worth every minute because this is so good and so flavorful. So did you like this recipe? Well, if you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up because it helps other people find my channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and tap that button and click that bell so you don't miss any of my uploads on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and remember, get out of that drive-thru and get into the kitchen. Bye!